Hello friends, this is Wendy. I am a paper crafter, a scrapbooker, a junk journaler. I love all things paper. And today I am going to start working on this book. I just got notification that my photos are going to be delivered today. And at first I was like, yay! And then I was like, ah! Because I have not even started to prep this book. I was thinking, well, I'm only going to do the signatures, so I don't need to even touch the book for a while, but I need to put the story in with my pictures and my papers. I was like, totally forgot to do that. So this is what I'm going to start on today. And you've seen me take apart a book before, but I'm going to speed that up, of course. And then you can just zip right through the whole process. And yet we will get her done, okay? I'm going to start with this handy dandy bone folder. And then if this proves to be as difficult as the little kitten book was, the Color Kittens was, then I will move on to this handy dandy tool. And if it still proves to be difficult, then I will start digging in my husband's tool drawer. Ha 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 ha. I shall succeed. One more tool I'll be using, and this is a wire cutter. I did get it on Amazon. It's nothing, it's a tool. It's nothing overly, crafty other than it works. Yes, yes, yes. Okay. And just so you know, step one is to find where the two signatures meet so that I am removing them in the right place. I believe that is it. Okay, I thought I would show you very carefully. Do you see those two spots? That is where the staple is. And so this is where I am going to cut. Okay, I'll show this where you can see it just a little easier. And I found that, see there's a little bend to this. I found that having the bend so that it's kind of bending down is easier than having it bending up, at least for this. And yes, it is going to damage my pages just a little bit, but as you saw with the last one I did where it damaged my pages a lot, I'm going to be cutting the majority of that off. And there we go. It is free, free, be free, be free. Well, that was so much easier than the Color Kittens book. But once again, these are perforated. Let me make it so you can see that even better. See the perforations? So I can just tear these apart. Anyway, so I'm going to start doing my signatures, and I will put a binder clip to keep them together. And guess what? I got mail. Look at this. This is a lot of photos. Woohoo! Okay, let's open this. Let's see how they package this when you order a lot. It was really interesting. I normally order through Amazon, and this time I ordered so many, they sent it to a third party to do them. But yeah. Yeah. Oh, and then there's still one more way down here. Yep. So super. Oh no, that's just protection. So woohoo! Super excitement. Can't wait. Okay. So the sound you hear in the background is my husband putting up one of our lighting fixtures. He's constantly remodeling the house, which is nice. I mean, we got a fixer-upper for sure. But I thought I would let you know, I don't have a, what is it called? So I don't have a scoring board. So I just use the marks here. One day I will probably purchase one. But in the meantime, this and this works just fine. Just to let you know. Okay, one more little thing from past experience. I have learned that if I put my scoring tape too close to my fold, it will not fold well together, and it makes for a difficult place to stitch. I had that problem with my Color Kittens book. So I am now learning that I need to put it out just a bit so that there is room for the fold. I was thinking originally that the closer the better, and now I know that is not a good rule of thumb. My husband is still working on the lighting fixture in the background, so you'll hear that. But I made a fairly big mistake by putting the tape in the wrong place. But I was able to ball it up and pull it off, because if it had stayed there, then my page would have been stuck together. I would never have been able to stitch through it. So, you know, these things happen. But fortunately, if you catch it fast enough, you can undo your mistake. I'm just going to be thorough here and letting you know that you want to put your tape on basically where the flap is going to meet the page, and over here where the flap is going to meet the page. So here I am going to put the tape. I always have a problem finding the beginning of it. And I don't want it too close to the fold. The fact that I put it down a little crooked is not even an issue, because I'm cutting part of it off, as long as I'm not going to cut the tape off. Okay, so the fold to this, and now I need to do it here because I want this fold to that. I almost put this together backwards, which would have messed up the story, right? So I had to like really look at how does the story go, because this has got the first page of this signature, and this is the last page of the signature, and I had to make sure that I was getting the story right, because you know you're folding and you're trying to make sure that you can, I'm folding and I'm trying to make sure that I get the folds right and the tape on the right side of the fold. In fact, I'm not sure if it even ended up on, hold on, I got to figure out how I'm doing this. It's like this. Okay. In fact, I even took some tape off and then ended up realizing I had put it on the right place after all, and I had to put the tape back on. So yeah, I probably should do like 10 of these books all together at the same time So I get it, like burned in my retinas and in my brain that this is how you do it, right? But probably not going to happen because I'm super excited to get started on this one now that I've got my photos. I'm like that. I get all excited and I want to just jump right in and do it, right? So here we go. Oh, and that's kind of nice that works with that. But anyway. All right, back to fast forward. I thought I would share one more thing about why I do what I do and how I do it. First of all, I'm going to just show you, I'm going to go in real tight. So you can see that the crease, but the tape is not right on the crease. I actually did that last time on one of my pages in the Color Kitten book. It turned out somewhat disastrous. So, not too disastrous, but it was not good. Anyway, so now I have kind of this funky page in my book, which only mattered when I was trying to, as I was trying to stitch it. That was probably the only time it mattered. Now that it's all stitched in, it's probably not a big deal. But anyway, one of the things that I do is I do each page at a time. So I tear one page of the signature apart, and I can tear them apart because they're perforated. And then I take care of one page at a time. Now, if I were to do multiple pages at a time, I think I'm going to make that a little thinner there. But if I was to do like all the pages, I'm tearing apart all the pages, and I'm then going to tape all the pages, and then I'm going to score all the pages, and then tape all the pages, and then so on and so forth. And I'm sorry I did that already. Nah, I can fix it. I can fix it. I am Fix-It Felix, right? Then I would want to number the pages just to make sure that my story stayed intact. And I do know, and I've heard people talk about it on different YouTube channels, that some people, I'm going to get my little snips in here. Some people like to just cut the pages out. I am really sorry I did this. But some people like to cut the pages out and then glue them down wherever they want to glue them down. And, if that's what you want to do, that's just fine. I like to keep the story intact. This one would have lended really well to just cutting them out and putting them where I wanted them, because the story is not really a full story. It's like one page has the Jungle Cruise and this page has Winnie the Pooh, and it's the center page of the book, and they don't go together. But the Color Kittens, that story was cohesive and went together. So, it's just what you want to do. But anyway, I like to do one page at a time. That way, I don't need to worry about numbering my pages. I almost do. And the crazy thing is, this is the last one I'm going to do, and this was, other than that ugly cutting job I just did there, this was the easiest of all of the pages to do. So it gets easier as you go. Okay, this is how I'm going to fold them. This is how I'm going to score them. This is where I'm going to put them together. This doesn't matter that they kind of don't line up like that, because by the time you put all your other papers in there, it gets sort of fat and they don't line up at all. And it just depends on how you want them. I've seen people that'll cut them, but then once you start adding your stuff into them, it gets all nice and fat, and it just doesn't matter. Okay, so I've got these two taken care of, and I've got them clipped. And now what I just spent, wow, quite a bit of time doing. Let me pull back. Oh, wrong way. I always do that. Good to see me. Yes, I am in my jammies. I will just tell you, I worked retail for many, 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 many years. And this year is the first year that I haven't had to work Black Friday. So it's a jammy day for me. So what I did is I went through all my photos and I sorted them. And these are like not Disney photos and also downtown Disney holiday decorations. And as far as this part of the story goes, I don't think those are part of it. So then I have like Disneyland. Then I took a ton of It's a Small World, the holiday version. And then this is Disney's California Adventure, which, by the way, I'm not really considering part of this Disneyland one. So that will be separate also. And then this is a 5x7 that is going to go on the wall. Okay, so one of the things that I do, and I'll pull out the Disneyland one because this is the one that will show it the most. Well, I did a class where I taught how to do a little junk journal. And the paper that we used was from, those composition books. But the composition book paper was just a little bigger than what the little junk journal was going to be. And it was just a one signature junk journal. And so one of my friends and I, we cut up a bunch of them to get them into the right size. And then these are the scraps. And she was like, should we just throw these away? And I'm like, no, don't throw anything away. I hoard everything. No, not really. Yes, I do. Okay, so I have these little strips, and I have used them now ever since then to sort my pictures. So right, like here, I've got my photos of the Disneyland entrance, and they're all in here. And I've done it where if I'm going to sort by date, for whatever reason I'm sorting by date, then I will do this exact same thing and throw a bunch of pictures in by date. And this was Frontierland. And here's New Orleans Square and Toontown and the parade, which will definitely be part of my Disneyland book, especially since Santa was in the parade. And then balloons and fireworks. And then, the Jungle Cruise. And I didn't know, I took one picture of the Matterhorn just to satisfy a picture in here. And I think I'm going to probably going to put a little stocking cap on it or a little bow on top of it because there was nothing Christmassy about the Matterhorn. And then this is not Christmas. This is Batuu. And I wonder if I shouldn't put it with my non-Christmas stuff. I'll figure that out later. I could put it in with my California Adventure stuff too, which, anyway, when I get to those pictures, I'll make a decision. Anyway, so that's kind of how I sort them, and I use these strips. So if you have anything, boy, you could use junk mail envelopes or whatever and cut them up and use them to sort your photos if you do. I would like to thank y'all for coming along with me in my little journey, especially my little junk journal, little golden book journey. And if you enjoyed this, please give it a big thumbs up. And please like and subscribe if you haven't already. I guess a thumbs up is the like. Oh well. And hit that notification bell. Yeah, do that. I'm sorry. Yeah, it's a pajama day, okay? And I hope you all have a wonderful day. And I hope you have a pajama day in your future because they're the best. Bye.